Check, check. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Migración de Colombia. Here we are. You didn't know we were doing TSA sim today, so this is TSA sim here in Cartagena. So hello, welcome in, welcome all. It's been a while. It's been what, a week? I think I went on vacation for a week. I've been away. Haven't been in the Discord. Matter of fact, I just marked all as read yesterday. So if you were trying to talk to me last week, I apologize. I was just doing a little unplugging, but I'm back and we are ready to go. We are just chilling out here in SKCG from vPilot Designs, and it's awesome. We got our 340 out there on the ramp that we're going to be taking up to Norman Manley, right? Sangster, not Kingston. Which one is it? Sangster? Kingston? Not, well, yeah, that's the same thing. Not Montego Bay, unless we decide to divert there because it has better scenery, because I only have default for the southern airport. But we are ready to rock and roll. I know the vote said 777. I have a route picked for the 777. I got it. I couldn't get the thumbnail downloaded, and then I figured, well, I'll do something else, but then no thumbnails downloaded. I don't know if Adobe's having some issues today, so apologize for the bad thumbnail too. But I wanted to get back in the 340. I know the Boris Audio Works are amazing. I was just listening to the Rolls-Royce engines. They sound awesome. We're going to fly it, but there's been a lot of content on them right now, so I'm just kind of trying to mix it up, stay fresh. And look, I've only done one flight in a 340 EIS one with CRTs, and I'm loving it. I'm actually loving the CRT look of the cockpit, and it's something new. It's something kind of old school that I like right now. Until I can get those 737 NGs in here, is kind of what we got for old school. Wingnut's in the house. What's going on, my man? He's driving to do something. 54 months of support. Oh my goodness, this is all the cheddar you get. The mouse took the rest. Drop the like though. I'll cough up if I talk smack later. All right, man. Wingnut, thanks, man. Appreciate you. Go get that airplane repaired since you broke it probably. So good to see you, man. Chris PT6 in the house. Long time no talk, man. How you doing? Chris PT6 is in the house. Hey, I just saw that Gulfstream's releasing a new airplane, right? Like the G something something. Look pretty sweet though. AJ Funari, my man, good to see you. 35 months of support. I'm surprised you're not in any meetings this afternoon. Good to see you as always. I'm gonna dye what hair I have left blue, then throw a temper tantrum and need a virtual no King's rally. Oh, geez, Andy. AJ's off to a good start already. Goodness me. Thanks, AJ, for the membership chat. And Captain Simp, good to see you as well, ma'am. The man of the people, they say. I know. But come on, well, here's the other thing too. The 777, it was a 300, which I had to reinstall, so I reinstalled it. But then I didn't have any of my views bound yet, so I had to get my views rebound, and it was a whole thing. So plus all my cameras and everything is set up for Airbus flying right now, so I think we're going to do this. We may actually take the Gulfair livery tomorrow and try to get it into Skardu. What do you guys think? You think we should attempt Skardu in the 340? Oh, you know what I need to launch here? Hold on, I need to launch, what is that app? Auto FPS, I forgot about that. I'm going to launch Auto FPS just because I got a lot of traffic out here today. Probably don't need it, but I'm a little rusty trying to get everything set up here sim-wise. I don't need Iveo standard. I don't need the MD80 client. I don't need any of that stuff, so getting my Auto FPS up and running. All right. Skardu is child's play for the 340. I don't know, man. I actually don't know if we'll be able to get the 340 in there. That turn, it's so sluggish. I don't know. We might have to give it a shot, though. It's like Palm Springs. Well, I wanted to fly the, what's it called? The Northwest fictional livery on the A340-300, which looks really, really good. Do a donut run. But I didn't really have a good airport. I was thinking Jackson Hole. I don't know if you can get this into Jackson Hole either. Get it. You might be able to, I guess. Might do that tomorrow. But, you know, Palm Springs is an option. We do have a good scenery in Palm Springs. Alexandra Bellini, good to see you. You don't like this livery? Old Air School Air Jamaica. Come on, man. Beautiful. I hear an airplane. Oh, there's Avianca landing. Oh, listen to the thrust reversers. I don't know. I'm getting a stutter going on here. I don't know what's going on here. Hopefully. Oh, you know what? Is Microsoft trying to do an update on me? I think it is. Hold on. So, you know when you don't run your PC for so long? It's downloading Windows updates. Give me a second. I'm going to pause all update settings here. This is XP72 livery. I'm kind of surprised XP hasn't flown this livery yet. But yeah, this is a XP72 vibe stream here. Hold on, let me get this paused. Extend for 1 week. All right, cool. All right, everything is paused for right now. Hopefully that'll clean up that stutter just to get us through this stream. All right. Heli ride. Goodness me. All right, let's go ahead and hop into this beautiful bird and get her fired up, shall we? Atlantic Limousine 2. Here she is, the beautiful A340 with CRTs. Looks like breakout game from the 80s. Yes, this livery does take you back, man. Does take you back. All right, up to the overhead. Let's get the external power on. I think I did that backwards. I think we do batteries 1, 2, and 3 first. Let's go ahead 1, 2, and 3. APU bats. Everything's going to boot up. We'll get this old bird rocking and rolling. Andre Henry, thank you for the $10 super chat. Appreciate you. My first flight and only on a 340-300 Air Jamaica from JFK to Kingston. Andre Henry, thank you for the $10 super chat, man. That's awesome, dude. 340 from JFK to Kingston. Well, we're not going all the way up to JFK today, but that's a good route for like a long haul with a little in-flight entertainment, perhaps. Thank you, Andre. Appreciate all of the support, man. What is the midget bang with the hanger? That's actually something that you probably do. You have it? Surely you have it on your. You hear that when you do your walk around. So that's especially on the IAEs, man. They clank, 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 clank. The Neos don't clank. These are CFM engines, so I would imagine the 737 CFM would clank, right? I'm not sure. All right, let's get the whole thing powered up here. Let's get crew supply on, ground control, Captain Pers to Captain, 1, 2, and 3. Now, I did do the update on this aircraft. I'm not sure what that entails for the airplane, but we got those going into auto. Let's do a fire test. Beautiful. Everything else looks good here. We'll go PA out to the middle position and 3. Everything is coming to life here. Migs, thank you for the super chat as well. 340 into Alpha 7 Zulu Zulu, and then you'll have me impressed. Oh my goodness. Alpha 7 Zulu Zulu. Chat, can we get a moment of silence for Alpha 7 Zulu Zulu, please? Thank you. Alpha 7 Zulu Zulu. I'm itching to get back into career mode. Is YS11 in career mode? I really want to fly the YS11 again. We'll see. There's a lot of Monday Night Football tonight. I don't know if I'll be able to squeeze 2 streams in. And I spent all morning playing Battlefield 6, so I apologize. I probably played through the first stream. Captain Simp, thanks for the $2 super chat as well. When was the last time you flew into JFK? Long time ago, Captain Simp. Long time. So I don't intend to go back anytime soon, but I'm sure I will. Thanks for the $2 super chat. Welcome back. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, my friend. Good to see you here. Alpha 7 Zulu Zulu. Alpha Zulu 77 or Alpha 7 Zulu Zulu? I can't remember which one it was, AJ. Either way, that was something. Career mode, man. Was there a poll for this flight? Allegedly. Allegedly there was a poll. Let's go ahead and get everything booted up here. Let's go to the initialization. We'll clean all that out. Let's do an init request. That looks good. Status and recall is checked. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, beautiful. Let's take a look at the engine page. Make sure we have oil. That looks good. Hydraulics are all serviced, and pressurization is in auto 10 feet. There's the AOC route uplink going up to 410, allegedly. Sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and start the payload and fueling. So we'll come in here. Let's go ahead and import all from SimBrief. Pretty light load today. That gives us a takeoff weight of 341. Plan 363. Instant load. Okay, so takeoff weight is 342. I wish I could add some more payload in there. That's fine. We'll be pretty light load today, but that's as you would expect a short flight like this. 24 months. I've been here since 2020. Josh FSD, my man. Good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the support as well, my friend. Very, very kind. All right, what's in the maintenance section here? Do we need to service anything? Everything else looks like good like that. Maintenance panels, reset brake temps. Everything's burning down a little bit. I mean, cool. I do like the little persistent oil state. That's kind of a neat little situation. That's all we need to do right now as far as charts. Let's pull up SKCG, rather. And we'll pull out the 10.9 and star that. And then we'll get on with clearance here. We'll make sure everything is getting cooked here. Let's go ahead and take a listen to the ATIS the old school way. Magic barrel ref will reset. That's 1010. And route is uplinked. Wonderful. So we'll start plugging away here as soon as we get everything else done. Overhead is complete. Let me get some of the background lighting up. All the integral lights, get them full juiced out here. All right, let's give clearance a call, see what they got for us. Actually, excuse me, let's get ATIS tuned up here. Take a listen. Oh, it's like it's linked. Hold on. It helps if you actually turn this on.
1817 Zulu.
That's cool.
Wind 215 at 5.
215 at 5.
Visibility 10 miles or more. Scattered at 2,500. Temperature 30. 2.25. QNH 1010. Landing and departing runway.
19ers.
Transition level. 190.
Means we got to do back
Advise
taxi.
on initial contact.
Cool, man. Can we do a
You
180
have
on the
information,
runway?
India.
Oh my goodness, I don't know if we can make a 180 there, a 19er. What were the
Rafael
winds?
Lunes Airport Information India. 1817 Zulu. Wind 215 at 5. Visibility 10 miles or more.
215 at
Scattered
5.
at 2,500. Temperature 30.
Yeah.
2.25. QNH 1010.
Cool. All right.
Landing and departing runway. 19er. Transition.
Should I try to do PDC again? I don't remember how to fit it all come. We'll just do a regular. I got to figure out how to do the PTC. Am I commuting FO yet? No, not yet, man. Pat, thanks for the 15 months of support. Hey, Kat, hope you are doing well. Hey, man, doing good. Got refreshed after a nice little vacation there last week. Took the family out. Did a little family vacation for a week. So, just got back on Saturday. Although that was quite the flight back. We were delayed, and it took them 5 hours with 4 kids on a 737-800 clapped out. Yeah, that was an experience, but we got in. We didn't divert. I thought we were going to divert after I think we did maybe, I don't know how many turns in the hole we did. We held for a solid 45 minutes, and I was like, they're either going to divert here pretty soon or we're getting in, because I don't know how much extra fuel they got. But that was a whole nother experience in of itself. I am missing so much the PMDG NGs right now. I am itching to fly 737-800 bare metal. I need it, and we don't have it, and I'm very sad. Let's go ahead and get our IFR clearance. What was the ATIS code? Did anybody remember? I wasn't paying attention. We need to make up a green dot. I know, Jeremy. There's a lot I need to get made up here. Chris says the new G300 coming out, basically the 280 with updated avionics. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I guess we'll wing it. Clearance. Good afternoon to Air Jamaica 357 heavy request clearance to Kingston. Is it Kingston? It is Kingston. I don't know why I always confuse these two airports.
Jamaica 357 heavy, Rafael Nunes delivery, expect runway 19er. Climb 6,000 feet on runway centerline, then expect radar vectors Varon. Squawk for 152.
Ooh. Alright, we'll expect runway 19er, climb 6,000 on runway centerline, then expect radar vectors of Veron, squawk 4152, Jamaica 357 heavy. I'll set 6,000 here on the top, everything's coming to
Jamaica
alignment.
357 heavy, read back correct. Contact tower 118.3 when ready for push or start.
Alright, we'll contact tower 118.3 for push or start for Jamaica 357 heavy. Alright, so let's go ahead and set this up. Departure runway 19er. I didn't mean to do that. We'll do no departure SID. We'll insert that, clear out the disco. So it's going to be runway centerline, straight out, 6,000. Varone radar vectors taking us to Manly. Going up there, what did SimBrief plan us? I don't know, because I closed it. So let me open up a new window here real quick. Let me see what our planned runway was, and then we'll be ready to get going here. Not believing this is accurate, Jamaican ATC. I've yet to hear I'm on. We're not in Jamaica. We're in Colombia right now, my man. We're in Colombia right now. We're planning runway 12 on the Elzer 5. So MKJP arrival. We'll do ILS 12, which is offset Elzer 5. We'll take a look at that offset approach kind of things you got to look at. Alpine transition. There it is, Alpine. We'll insert that. That looks good. Secondary initialize. We'll just put SKCG, SKCG. Now, if we have to come back, we're probably not coming back here just because of the runway. But we'll just do ILS 1, secondary perf. Now, was there an issue with the secondary flight plan in this, or has that been fixed? I thought somebody said there was an issue with this. We'll zero out the winds in the secondary flight plan. Temperature off the ECAM is 2.9. It's a warm day, so we're definitely going to be cooking. And it was 10:10 on the QNH. 10:10 is set. RadNav page. Progress page. We'll put our departure. Perf init B. And fueling is all completed. Let's take a look here. Fuel page. Where are you? Fuel page. On board 38.5. 38.5. We'll throw that in there. We'll get this cooking. Master power switch. APU is coming up and seatbelt is coming on. Take a listen. All right. You should follow Full Flap Sim for your tutorials. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, if he ever makes a video, I'll check out those tutorials before we start flying it. Are you still planning Expo 26? Josh, I'm planning it, but there's no telling if I'll be able to get the time off now or not. I'm not sure. 4-Star Media, thank you for joining the channel, becoming a private pilot member. Welcome on board. Ja Bongo Fed, thanks for the 10-month support as well. We're not coming back here because there aren't any Cafe Con Leches. That's right, man. Steven Hayner, what's going on, my man? So we are live time, live weather. Should we go pull our shocks?
Tower, Hotel Kilo for 998 Golf.
Let's go pull our own shocks. Can we open the engine cowling on this for oil? I forget. Mobile jet oil only. Oh wow, they even have the tamper seal on there.
Hotel Kilo for 998 Golf.
All right. All right, APU is up and running. We'll disconnect from the external power. That looks good. We'll start the chrono. Our flight plan is done. Let's get our weights. I think we can just copy it over like so. Beautiful. 324.8, 26.6. Cruise above. We're planning 410. Max is 40.6. We'll see if we burn enough to get up there. Perf speeds. Let's run that right now. So, takeoff performance. Yeah. We'll run over to the takeoff. SKCG. We'll sync FMS, sync the weather. Flaps optimum. Force Toga on. Anti-ice off. Air conditioning on. Let's see what it comes up with. 129, 131, 139. Alright. So 29, 31, and 39. I still need to get a McDo, don't I? 29, 31, 39, flaps 1 and up point 5.2. No flex Toga is set. Okay, beautiful. Been a minute 14. We'll say it's been close to 3 minutes. We'll get the APU bleed on. All of our perf data is pretty much done. Let's start disconnecting. Let's go ahead and remove the air conditioning unit. Let's remove the GPUs. Let's close all the doors. Let's do a quick review. We'll reset our flight director. Runway heading out of here. Let's actually pull up some charts. Not flight planner. Let's go to charts. Runway heading is 190. That makes it easy. Turk keeps texting me, and I keep thinking it's Miss V1 getting ready to bring the juice. All right, 6,000. Why are you going away? Why are you doing that? You shouldn't do that. I should be able to select. Oh, you know what? What am I thinking? I'm thinking I'm in a Boeing already. Look at that. I've already started training. Don't want to do that. Let's reset the flight directors. And we're not in a Boeing. We'll pull that on the departure roll. All right, climb nav blue. 6,000 is set. Seatbelts ready to rock and roll. Let's get the beacon light on. And let's go back to ground equipment and let's Arm all doors before start checklist. Windows, doors, and slides, they are closed and armed. Beacon is on. Thrust levers are idle. Parking brake is on. Before start checklist is complete. Jamaica will do 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4. Flight plan page on the McDo number 2. That all checks out. We're ready for push and start. Is the Win-Wing McDo working with this yet? I'm not sure. That's a great question. Does anybody have the Win-Wing McDo, and is it working or not? And I'll tell you what, for those of you that like the CRT but want more realism, take your brightness back. And you want to turn the brightness down to where it's just barely readable and kind of like uncomfortably dim, but you can still see stuff. That's a little bit more accurate as far as the brightness is concerned. But I like that. I like that a lot. Oh no, Wingnut's dropping a super chat. Bruh, I'm going to have the real T6 reassembled before we get off the gate here. Look, what are you talking about, man? I've been live for 22 minutes and we're pushing right now. You calm down over there, man. You calm down. It's not like I have any friends to go home and play BF6 with because you spent all your money at Disney, so I don't know why you're trying to rush me here. All right, let's go ahead and fire it up. Let's go ahead and call for push. I'm going to put the FO on this here. We're ready to rock and roll.
Jamaica 357 Heavy, ramp 6. Request pushback.
Jamaica 357 Heavy, Rafael Nunez Tower, pushback approved. Face south.
Now the real question is going to be...
pushback approved, face south, Jamaica 357 Heavy.
Is going to be, how are we going to be able to make the 180 on the runway? All right, let's go ahead and start the pushback. So I will go ahead and cockpit to ground, brakes released. Aft pushback is started. Robo V1 is freaking out. Do we have, is Fabiano on there? This is really loud. Is it loud for you? Hold on, let me turn my headset down. For the voices on Beyond ATC, do we have anybody new? I need Jeff Fabiano to be here. Kind of funny. Alright. I'm not sure where he's going to push us. We seem to be going the right direction. We're going to pull a delta here, and we're going to touch tips. We don't want to do that. Don't do that. We almost touch tips here with the Copa. Okay, now we got to drive this one, chat. No looking around. We got to drive this one. There we go. We'll make our way around here. Didn't Delta collide? Oh, no, that was United a couple days ago, right? They collided in... I say collided. They touched tips in Chicago the other night. All right, tug driver is, he's done. He's given up on us. We got to go right out here to 1-9. This will be interesting taxi, that's for sure. I love that leading edge wing, though, man. That leading edge wing is awesome. All right, we'll go ahead and stop the pushback. Cockpit to the ground. Kind of the cockpit. Set brakes. Brakes are set. Clear disconnect. Show me the pin out front. You already left. That's fine. We're going to start them up right now. So, squawk code. I forgot to put that in there. What was our squawk code? Anybody remember? 4152. 4152. 4152. And we'll put you on. All right. 4152. Let's crank them up. It's going to be very quiet. I'm going to have my sim sounds all the way up. Let's go ahead and make sure these sounds are all the way up too. Settings, audio settings. I mean, external engine 100%, internal engine 100%. Here we go. Starting engine 1. That doesn't work because we only have 2 of them. Starting engine 1.
Hotel Kilo for 998 Golf. Exit left at Echo.
Oops. Toggled it.
Exit left at Echo. Hotel Kilo for 998 Golf.
Shh. Thanks for the super chat. What in the name of a Dyson Kingdom? We haven't even started yet. No Dyson yet. Turk dropping a $2 super chat. Good luck at your new gig. Get out of here, man. I mean, that's so quiet.
Echo 25 via Alpha. Echo
There's 10%
Hotel
and 2
Kilo for
starting
998
2.
Golf.
APU is more powerful than the actual engines. I think you're right. No, I didn't go to Disney, Josh. Wingnut did. So good to see you flying Air Jamaica. I remember seeing them a lot when I was a kid here at home in Jamaica. Bluebird Sim MJ Chelsea. Good to see you, man. A Bluebird Sim MJ Chelsea. Welcome on board. Yeah, Air Jamaica, man. Classic livery. Classic stuff. Did one start? Not fully yet, but you go 10% into, then you crank it.
Continue taxi via Echo Hotel
And
Kilo for
2 is on the
998
roll, and then we can start 3 and 4 together. Oops, mouse wheel. I think you can start 3 and 4 together. Let's do it. I can't hear anything though. GE90 much more juicy. I know we're gonna need to get the 777 Boris sound pack stream soon. The thing is, it's really it's easier than just flipping airplanes. I gotta change all my hardware and all my cameras around. So I wanted to get the Airbus streams out since everything was already set up for it. Look at that sky though. That looks beautiful.
Pushback approved. Face north.
Pushback approved.
Speedbird. Hayden J. Robbins, what's up, man? I wonder how crossbleed starts works on quad jets. That's a great question, Joe Plains. Yeah, can you crossbleed 1 to 4? That's a long way. I'm sure you could. Matter of fact, why don't we take a look at the bleed page since we can't hear anything? I've never been on a 340-300, so I don't know. So you got your APU valve. This is the crossbleed valve. Yeah, just like any other jet, I guess, Joe Plains. So just like any other Airbus, except you got 4 sources now you can isolate. So you can shut your bleeds off independently. Bleed 1 and 2. Bleed 3 and 4. Crossbleed open, close. We should have tried a crossbleed one, Joe Plains. They should have said something. All right, we got 4 good starts. That's coming back here. That's coming back there. Flaps a 1. Sounds are still mistimed, I think. Quad jets are cool. We're mid pilots. We are, dude. Everybody flying right now is just mid. We're all mid, man. Unless you're working for some old operator that's got a good airplane from back in the day. Flight controls, let's do that next. Flight control check.
Avianca 9789,
Pull up.
request taxi.
Pull down. Neutral. Full left.
Avianca 9789. Runway 19
Full
taxi
right.
via Bravo.
Neutral. Rudder. Full left.
Runway 19 taxi via
Full
Bravo,
right.
Avianca
Neutral. Winning
9789.
trim up 5.2. It's a lot of trim. 5.2 up. We're still in the green band. All right, we are ready to taxi. Let's go APU bleed off. That's coming off. Jamaica 357 heavy ready taxi.
Jamaica 357 heavy. Runway 19 taxi via Bravo.
Runway 19
Oh,
taxi.
forgot my FO auto response on it. All right. We're going to cut off Avianca, I believe, in front of behind us here. Here we go. Turning the bird. Okay, I guess Avianca wants to go. I'm going to let Avianca go so there's no... That guy was rude. A 7-4 rolled off the runway? Yeah, it did the other day in Hong Kong. I think it killed 2 people, which is very unfortunate. Not sure what
Avianca
happened.
9789, ready to go. Runway 19.
Avianca's ready to roll because he cut us off.
Avianca 9789. Rafael Nunes Tower. Wind 215 at 5. Fly heading 170. Runway 19 cleared for takeoff.
Do we need a back taxi? I guess we don't
Fly
really
heading
technically
170,
need to
runway
back
19
taxi.
cleared for takeoff. Avianca 9789.
How far back? Oh yeah, we did back taxi. 200 feet, 2,000 feet almost. Avianca just scrooching on by. I know it. He's not even going to back taxi, man. He's practicing Faro Sucra. Alright, let's go. Auto brakes max. Takeoff config is checked. We'll go 1 auto, TARA 4152. We are ready to go. Oh, he is going to back taxi. I just saw 74 landing with an unusual nose attitude today. Really? I just saw there was some 747 liveries on FSTO that looked pretty good. There was an old, like a Boeing, the classic Boeing test livery, like just the all metal. Looked pretty cool. Captain Minnesota, what's going on, my man? How you doing? I like that was under construction over there in the hangars. I mean, the wing view is juice on this airplane. Look at that wing view. That is so cool. I'm actually very tempted to see, or very excited to see rather, what the Toga A340-300 is going to look like with Aerosoft. Because Aerosoft makes some pretty airplanes as far as visuals go. Miggs dropping a membership, and Al Loper got to scoop it up. Thank you, Miggs, for the support, my man. Hope all is well, Miggs. All right, Avianca's rolling. We got wet runways here. All right, let's go ahead and request departure.
Jamaica 357 Heavy ready to go. Runway 19er.
Jamaica 357 Heavy, runway 19er, line up and wait.
Runway 19er, line up and wait. Jamaica 357 Heavy.
Since we got a back taxi, we're going to turn all lights on. We do the takeoff config test. Here we go. Oh,
Jamaica
just in
357
time.
Heavy, Rafael Nunes Tower.
We're lining up.
65 at 7, fly heading 190, runway 19er, cleared
Guess
for
we won in
takeoff.
the house with the juice.
Fly heading 190, runway 19er, cleared
Uh-oh.
for takeoff.
I hope
Jamaica
it might be good. It
357
wasn't.
Heavy.
Carrot cake lattes, Chad. That's what I get for saying I'll have
Avianca
whatever you have.
9789, contact Barranquilla, departure 119er, decimal 1.
Contact Barranquilla, departure 119er, decimal 1, Avianca 9789.
All aircraft be advised information Juliet now current, QNH 1009er.
You going to the store? All right. Adios. All right. Shout out Miss V1, one of the best. Keeping us alive here on the channel. All right. Not the time to get your coffee during the lineup and takeoff clearance. Didn't that happen to that? Was it TWA MD-80? Forgot the slats? All right, we got to go down this runway and back taxi. Zippy, what's up, man? Enjoy the carbs. I'm on a keto diet. No carbs for me. Dude, how can you not have carbs? I love carbs. This airport is nice. The Bluebird, this is vPilot Designs Cartagena, SKCG. It's on the northern coast there of Colombia. There's a couple cool airports up here. You've got this one, then you've got Armenia, Scar, and then you've got Barranquilla. All kind of around the same area. Very cool. Douglas Andrini dropping the 5. Hey, Ice, my man, thank you so much. Says, oh, hey, the Giants are winning by 17. I think I'll just tune the race now. Nice. Oh, is there... Wait, who's the Giants? Baseball? No. I don't know what you're referencing. All I know is Cowboys destroyed on Sunday, so it was a good day. All right, how are we going to do this? We're going to go to the left because Captain typically will go to the left for the turn on the runway here. I don't know if we'll actually fit. We will fit, actually. Oh, yeah, we got this. We got this. Oh, yeah. I do. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, dude, what a game, man. I watched the end of that. You know, as soon as I messaged Gus, because he's a huge Bronco fan, it's good luck. I start talking smack, like saying, hey, man, Broncos suck, and then they come back and win. That was a wild ending to that game. There was some pretty interesting endings yesterday. This is beyond ATC, Jose. Beyond ATC. Wow, look at this lineup. Just type rate me now. Overshot a hair. type rate me now. All right. It's been a while. We doing this from inside or outside? Let's do it from inside. Spool them up 50. Yoga's in chat. Migs dropping a 2 Canadian, Jamaican me crazy with that livery. Thank you, Migs. Hopefully in a good way, right? In a good way, not a bad way. Ooh, we got a little vortice there on engine 2, or 3 rather. Yoga's in chat right now. Boris Audio Works when? Man, Toga, SRS, Auto Thrust, blah. 80 knots, thrust set, simulations. Oh, I think I have the wrong profile on. 100 knots, check.
V1.
Rotate, up we go, nice and easy. Oh yeah, we are light, which is good. Nice and easy on the rotation, positive rate, gear up. Oh, fly. I gotta tell you, she flies nice. It is fun to fly this airplane. I'm liking it.
Heavy. Contact Barranquilla departure 119er.1.
Contact Barranquilla departure 119er.1.
Thrust climb, open climb, heading. Here comes S-speed.
Barranquilla,
So that's 0.
357 heavy. Good day, 1,800 feet.
XP's in the house, my man. How you doing, dude?
Jamaica 357 Heavy. Barranquilla departure.
It should sound mid.
Identified.
Agreed,
Climb to
yeah.
19,000 feet. QNH 1009er.
Climb to 19,000 feet. QNH 1009er. Jamaica 357 heavy.
19 pull for open. All right, thrust climb, open climb.
Heavy. Turn right, heading 350.
Heading 350.
Turn right, heading 350. Jamaica 357 heavy.
XP, you get the 340 yet? You got to try it with your new side stick, my man. How you doing, XP? I didn't get to catch your Airbus stream. Was it yesterday? So, I got XP72 I sent him an FSprojects side stick to stick on his Moza in the Gen 1. And he has no excuses except to butter every single Airbus landing from this point forward. So, the next Airbus stream for XP72, we're going to have a watch party for landing. And we got to hear it from the man himself. Does it make a difference or not? Having your setup now, I believe XP has the smaller Moza base, not the AB9, the AB6 or whatever it is. But then he's running the same software and FSprojects stick, so I'd be curious to hear your thoughts, my man. Look at this, it's beautiful. All right, coming all the way around 350. vPilot Designs, good to see you, man. Yeah, we just took off from your SKCG. I saw Scar. I just didn't have enough time for that flight plan distance today of vPilot. But I hope you don't mind me taking off your Cartagena. I love this little airport, man. SKCG, if you guys want to check it out. This is, if you have the 2020 version, it works for 24 right now. But I'm loving it. I love all the vPilot airports here. If you fly in South America, you need to check out vPilot Designs because he's got all the juice in the airports. McAllen is in the house. 34 months, my man. How you doing? When is the new 60s plane type rating? What's going on, McAllen? Unknown.
Turn right, heading 050.
050. I'm monitoring my phone right now.
Heading 050. Jamaica 357 heavy.
All right, 050 on the heading. I'm kind of addicted. I'm kind of addicted to this airplane. I don't know what it is. It's just so massive, and it feels... It's just a lumbering giant, you know?
Avianca 9789. Contact Barranquilla.
All right, there's 10,000 feet. Lower the nose, coming right to 050. Let's go ahead and clean up the
Contact
overhead.
Barranquilla Center 127.5.
Felix, or Flex Captain, I do have all the profiles are pinned in the Discord. Go to the Moza section.
Jamaica 357 Heavy. Turn left, heading 350.
We did.
Turn left, heading 350. Jamaica 357 heavy.
All right, out of 10,000 feet, 190 is blue, coming back to 350. CST says she flies great. I know, man. There's something that just, it's fun, man. It's fun, you know?
Jamaica 357 Heavy, cleared direct Varon.
All right, that's
Visual
us.
Navigation.
Roger, heading direct Varon to Visual Navigation.
All right, Verona, nav.
Thanks.
Go a little bit too.
You're very welcome. Have a great flight.
Thank you, sir. All right, we'll zoom it in, making the turn. I'm actually going to redirect it here since I was so far off. Let's redirect Verona. Boom, boom. Straighten out the line a little bit. I know, man, Captain Sim, could you imagine Boris Audio Works on a 340? I mean, I really hope he entertains it, because here's the thing. Boris, a lot like, I'm going to turn on my pseudo noise canceling by just lowering the sim sounds here. You know, Boris Audio Works, in a lot of ways, is kind of like preserving history with his audio files, right? So we have designers and devs like Black Square who preserve the Starship airplane forever into simulation now, where we have a extremely detailed simulation of a Starship airplane that it's gonna get harder, and there's gonna be fewer and fewer airplanes out there. As I think, you know, to have sounds be saved as well is huge. So if Boris could get on some 340s and just preserve the actual sounds, how cool would that be? You know. All right, AP1 is locked in. We're going to full screen cam over here. We'll get the map cam up on the tracker. We'll get it centered here. Give me a second. There we go. There's our flight plan over the Caribbean Sea. All right, we're cruising. Now I can catch up with chat. Diego, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Contact Barron Killer Center 127.
I'm going to turn down the radio a little bit since we're on auto ATC now.
Contact Kilo Center 127.5 Jamaica 357 Heavy.
All right, cruising out on the wing view.
Kilo Center,
Press set.
Jamaica
Dude,
357
I
Heavy, climbing
was in your neck of the woods the other day,
16,600
man.
9,000 feet.
We took the number PCH all the way down. We went up to San Fran, Ghirardelli Square with the kids. Drove down one all the way back to Santa Cruz. It was awesome. Weather was perfect last week.
Climb to flight level for 10 Jamaica 357 Heavy.
We need a diesel 8 to complement 340. That would be awesome. So, there's a 707, right, in 2024, because I was seeing some liveries being painted on Flight Sim TO. That 707 is not worth it, right? Does anybody I think that's the one that we all talked about. They're like, nah, don't waste your money on it. That's what people were saying. But man, there's some cool liveries. There's like a bare metal Boeing test livery on the 707. It looks awesome. This coffee is a lifesaver, Chad. Miss V1 is crucial. Yeah, it is the garbage one. Man, that bums me out because it looks so good as far as the model does on those screenshots. Jeremy, so for his airline stuff, I think he books tickets and he flies on them. Like, he literally flies on them and then gets recordings from people that can help him out. But with the Dukes and the Black Square stuff, I believe he actually went to the airplanes. Actually, for the Starship, I think Nick had access to a Starship and he took recordings, and then Boris did the magic. But, I mean, I've seen pictures of Boris. He's posted himself, like, recording stuff for the Piaggio. Like, he was on that airplane. Like, he goes to the airplanes, flies on the airplanes to get the most authentic sounds possible. And that's why, you know, we have these devs putting in the work to preserve these airplanes in simulation. Man, it'd be really cool to preserve some audio, like legit audio. The 777 sound overhaul that he did is fantastic. But, you know, there's no real threat to the 777 going out of business, right? You know, so we still have access to that. But stuff that's far and few between, MD-11, I don't know if he could ever get access to that, but if he could do an MD-11 sound pack, that would be awesome. What else is like kind of waning out? Any 747 stuff, man, I just hope he does. I hope he can. I don't know if he will, but man, he needs to get 747 audio preserved. Because it's right now, it's only on cargo. If you're not flying cargo, you're not going to be on a 7.4, at least in the States. Oh, we got to climb the 340, or excuse me, 410. Let's go ahead and pull for open. Cross climb, open climb. How are we looking as far as the top of climb? 41. Ooh, it's going to be tight. 40.7. I tell you what, for testing purposes, let's try to get to 410. For testing purposes, we're going to try to get to 410. Real world, we would ask to stop the climb here. But we're going to see if we get the coffin corner a little bit there as we climb up for testing purposes. You'll just have to wait till the Nimbus 7. You know, AJ, honestly, from the screenshots that I saw of the Nimbus 707, I might pick it up. I have this thing right now where I don't want to spend any money on X-Plane. I'm not totally opposed to flying it, but I am opposed to spending money on it right now. But that Nimbus 707 has got me really thinking, man. Same thing with Citation X. Yep, he flew on the Citation X. Lufthansa still has 7408. That's right, Mad Cat. Yes, so exactly, Mad Cat. So we need Boris to get on the 744 and the Dash 8 from Lufthansa. Are they the only commercial operator running? No, Korean, right? Korean has the 748, I think. So we need, even if he doesn't have a contract to do a 748 sound pack, he needs to go get on a 748 and record sounds. So when somebody does it, then he can do it. Oh, I missed a call chats thing. Hang on. Pretty sure it was spam. Did you guys hear that ringing? 340 sounds are supposedly bespoke from Echo 19, so they should be great. I wonder if being a marketplace only holds it back. Logo lights. So this is, you know, here's my thought on that, because that's initially what I thought, right? And then I'll get to you, Captain Sim. Thanks for the $2 super chat. So we've heard this before, that any airplane that is on marketplace or that has to go through Microsoft, it has to adhere to very strict audio requirements, right? So you don't blow out eardrums for kids and stuff with their headsets on Xbox. So no shot to kids, because, you know, they want, at least they're flying, right? That's cool. They could be doing other things. So whatever. But we have heard this before from multiple devs, that if you go through Microsoft, there is very strict requirements for sound. Now, I would agree, and I would say that's maybe why they're kind of doled out. But then I look at the Piaggio, the Citation 10. So these other airplanes that Boris did that are on marketplace, the Flight FX Citation 10, especially being one of them, is fantastic. So I don't really know what the answer is. I'm not disrespecting Echo 19. I just think that maybe I wish they were enhanced a little bit. Maybe this is how it sounds. You guys tell me. Maybe, you know, I'm in I guess the minority group that wants a little bit more enhancement on the sounds, because I feel like that brings immersion as opposed to 100% straight realism. 100% straight realism is great if you have a motion rig and you can feel acceleration, deceleration. For me, I like just a tiny bit more oomph in the sounds, even if it's slightly trending the needle to less realistic, because I just feel that sense of immersion goes a long way. Perfect example, we talked about it last stream, is the MD-80, right? MD-80 is almost dead silent up front from a pilot's perspective, but I personally like to I input a little bit of engine noise from that MD-80 sound pack in the cockpit, just so I get extra cues, right? What are my engines doing? Because I can't feel it, right? I can't feel it in the seat of my pants when I'm flying. So that's my argument against it. Captain Sim, thank you so much for the $2 super chat again. It says the C-130 for DCS is during release. Any interest? Yes. DCS, absolutely. I've actually watched a couple of videos. I think I watched, Growling Sidewinder did a video on it, and then there was another guy that did a video on the C-130 pre-release. You can do this, says this doesn't really sound like Echo 19. I don't know what else Echo 19 did for sounds. But it's not, I don't know, it's not a bad sound pack. I think it's very quiet. I mean, maybe that's how quiet it is, but you guys seem to think that it's a little less quiet. Let me go here to settings. We're going to go to environment. We're going to turn the wind noise down a little bit. I'm going to leave the internal engine up. See how quiet this external engine is on max? Just seems a little airy to me. I don't know. But I can't wait for a 757. I know Bluebird is talking to Zippy about it, but man, Boris with the 757 sound pack, man, we're going to fly the snot off that thing. Andrew P, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Migs dropping 6 Canadian super chat. Appreciate ya. Hey, as a mental child, if I wanted to blow out my eardrums, I will. You hear me, Microsoft? Because I don't. Thank you, Migs. I know. It's I don't know. It is what it is. It just seems a little bit quieter than I would expect. Maybe we should look at some 340 takeoff videos. Matter of fact, I think there is an A340 takeoff video. Hold on, I gotta see what this voicemail is. Stand by. And then we're gonna look up an A340-300 takeoff video. Turk, stop texting me, you guys. We're going nuts. We have too many messages. My goodness. Nope, spam. Alright. Boris did insane work with the RRs and soon the Pratt & Whitney 2 as a 7.5 is an early beta right now, going very well. Yeah, so that's a good update. Thank you, Bluebird. So speaking of preserving, 757, that's probably one of the biggest one, right? I think we got 2 major carriers in the U.S. that are still flying on passenger service. So being able to preserve those 757 sounds, because they are being phased out. The 75s are being phased out for both operators. So to preserve those sounds in Flight Sim with Boris is going to be fantastic. All right. A340-600. I know there's a video. Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, here. Can we watch this? I think we can watch this without... there's nothing. It's just... Now, this is a 340-600. Then I'm going to try to find an A340-300 and we'll compare it. Oh, okay, so what I'm going to move this over here. Alright, hold on. So I'm going to mute the sim for a second. And I'm going to turn up Chrome. So let's take a listen. Now this is the 600. So this is, I'm more excited for the 340-600.
Avianca 8406.
Oh, come on, Avianca.
Expect Army 1 Charlie, runway 01. Expect Army 1 Charlie, runway 01, Avianca 8406.
Take off here. Oh. Here we go. Shh. You notice I only saw the vortice there on number 3. Oh, that growl is pretty nice. I'm really hoping our Aerosoft Tolus hybrid is going to have good sounds like this. Well, Vodka, this is 600. I'm gonna look at a 300 video next, and that'll be our comparison. This is a Dash 600, different engine. It's gonna sound different for sure. But we're gonna look up an A340-300 next, just to see. Oh, look at that wing flex. That's so cool, man. I know Boeing is the goat of quad jets, but man, Airbus really, they did a job with that 340-600 wing. That looks awesome. All right, I'm gonna pause this one. Let me find an A340-300 now, and then we will compare to what we did today. Key 6 is in the house. Good to see you, man. Hey, I did get to meet Key 6 live when I was on my trip, so it was fun, man. Hope all is well, dude. Good to see you, Key 6. All right, here we go. We got Scandinavian next. All right, so we're going to mute the sim. This is a 300 now. We're still on taxiway here, aren't we? No, he's on the runway. It just takes forever to spool him up. All right, here we go. Shh, shh, shh. I can tell you already that this sounds more bassy just from the YouTube video, and I know people, I know devs hate hearing that. Well, if you listen to a video on YouTube, it's not going to be like what it sounds like when you're there. I get it, but I can just, this just sounds way more bassy than what we have on idle. All right, here we go. Shh, shh. Oh, come on. That sounds pretty good, actually. Now somebody rewind our takeoff and tell me what it sounded like. That doesn't sound anything like what we just did, right? Listen to it growling. For you 340 connoisseurs in chat, do you agree then? So I'm not crazy then. Ours is just too quiet. The sim one, it just seems too quiet. Look at those engines shaking. Yeah, Captain Sim, ours are shaking in the sim too. It's got some turbulence going on here. That is pretty nice. There's a rotation. Look at that wing flex. I mean, I think any build's pretty dang good with a wing flex. That's it. I mean, they look like they were struggling to rotate. Oh, yeah, way more growl. It does sound like the Fenix Mickey G. It does. Maybe we need to copy and paste it like you said. Like Dexel said, we need to copy and paste the Fenix sounds into the any build sounds. Wow. Okay, so that's no comparison. Let me bring up our sounds. I forgot. We were climbing above our recommended max. How are we at? Okay, we're 40.8. I would expect this VLS to really start coming up here soon. Let me find us another video. Another video of a 300 takeoff. And then, oh, here's a good one. This one will sound, maybe, remember, audio devices are all different. There we go. Oh, this is going to be a juicy one. Okay. All right. We're going to go same wing view as the video. Oh, that's almost like, that's perfect. All right, let me mute the sim. And here we go. Last one. A340-300.
Bianca 8406, Donnie 1 Charlie, runway 01. Report ready for descent.
Okay, that might be the best recording we have.
Charlie, runway 01, ready
That's a
for
cleaner
descent.
recording.
8406.
Now, friggin' Avianca sabotage us one more time.
Bianca 8406, descend to flight level 190.
All right. Come on, Avianca. Get it together here. We're trying to watch this.
Descend to flight level 190. Avianca 8406.
Okay, cool. Here we go. Shh.
Bearing Quila Center,
Oh
Pat
my gosh.
143 out of 9,100 feet for 12,000 feet.
Pat 143, Barranquilla Center, radar contact, climb to flight level 250.
Climb to flight level 250, Pat 143.
Okay. Okay. That sounds pretty good. I'm gonna rewind. I'm gonna rewind our own stream. Can I do this live? Hold on here. So let me give you back our sounds. Let me go to my stream right now and rewind it. Can I? Will this trip out the internet? Go to my stream. Flight plan is just the cross. This is trippy. Avianca's rolling. We got wet runways here. 50. Yoga's in. All right, here we go. All right, so now we're going to rewatch our own takeoff here. I'm going to hide my own chat. This is weird. I've never done this. All right, let's see what ours sounds like.
Miggs dropping a 2 Canadian.
Miggs sabotaged us there right before takeoff.
Delivery. Thank you, Miggs. Hopefully in a good way, right? In a good way, not a bad way. Ooh, we got a little vortice there on engine 2, or 3 rather. Yoga's in chat right now.
I guess it is.
Force audio works.
Pretty.
Man, Toga S.
Honestly, that's pretty similar, right? That actually isn't as far off as I thought. There's just more of it, just a little bit more growl and more whine. We don't have that whine. Yeah, we need whine and bass. Listen to the whine. Yep. A bit more rumble and a bit more whine. But it's not as far off as I initially thought. Okay. Well, we're solving the world's problems here one at a time. It doesn't have enough oomph. I agree. It needs more oomph in it. All right, let me go ahead and we're leveling 410, which is 200 above our recommended max. Now, you can fly above recommended max. You just don't get your guaranteed buffet margin. Now, this, I feel like, has got to be incorrect here. If you're above recommended max, you've got to have the VLS, I would imagine, is getting close. Right? I know it's a 340, but let's up the speed a little bit. Let's do let's cruise over there at 8.5. Let's do 8.4 Mach. Mix, thanks for another $2 super chat. Tried to sabotage us again there on the video. I know it. Thank you, Mix. Appreciate you. All right, we're leveling 410. Smoke them if you got them.
Air Republica 7280, contact Barranquilla, approach 119er.
All right, auto tank transfer, and we are cruising now. Mike P in the house. Thanks for the 36-month support. Josh Allen, cost lunch next time you're in LA. Dude, I appreciate it. Yeah, I saw you approve the trade this morning. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I don't know how I did that. Although he didn't do it good for me last week anyway, but appreciate you. I think you and I are up this week, right? I think, now, that would be something if Josh Allen doesn't perform this week. I'll be really pissed. Everyone who plays me has a career day. It's unbelievable. I hate fantasy football. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you. The A340-300 has the same engine as a 320, so it should sound pretty close to a 320. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe just more of it, right? Just more noise, because there's 4 of them out there. But you're also further away from them unless you're on... I would imagine the wing view on a 340-300 is still pretty comparable to a 320, because it's still... it's going to be pretty loud, right? At Diego, we took off from SKCG, vPilot Designs, Cartagena. All right. Now that we're cruising well above max and we don't have our VLS, where is our VLS? For flight testing purposes, let's slow down. I want to see if I can find VLS. Let's slow to green dot. Actually, what is our cost index 0 speed? Cost index 0 would be 7.9 Mach. So if ATC was like, hey, what's the slowest you could fly right now? What's your slowest practical? I'd say 7.9 Mach. We're going to take it down to 7. I want to find VLS here. We're going to slow below green dot. I'm going to see if VLS can come up. Hopefully Turk's not here because it's going to start ranting on any builds here. Didn't Nix have 3 points through 3 quarters? Then, yeah, 4. I know. Yeah, Bradley, he did. It was wild. I was lucky to fly the SAS A340-300 Oslo to New York in 2025. That is very cool, Tor. Awesome, man. SKCG in Microplace? Yes, that's the one I have, yeah. SKCG in the Microplace from vPilot Designs. Wing flex is pretty dang good out there, man. That's real smooth. Okay, so there's VLS right around... What speed is that? 6.9 Mach. All right, I'm not going to slow down to 6.9 Mach. I could be completely wrong. I do not fly the A340-300, but I feel like for being above our recommended max altitude, I feel like a 0.20 margin in Mach is excessive. But I could be completely off base. I have no idea what the wing is like out there on the 340-300. Maybe it's super efficient, super forgiving. Because this is more forgiving than a 321 right now. You take a 321, heck, even a 320. You take a 320 up to its recommended max, you're going to have maybe 10 knots window. 5 on either side, maybe 7-ish on either side, so 14, 15 knot window of margin. We're going from 200 to 250. That's a 40 knot window there, which it could be very different. Like I said, I'm just completely spitballing. I actually should see. I wonder if there's some cockpit videos. See these up at cruise. But yeah, it could be the wing thrust could be completely different. Just not what I'm used to seeing. She is empty, it's true, but we are still above the max. The recommended max takes into account the weight. Unless, is that the, what is the max altitude of the A340? Oops. We're going to do 99. Let's do 85. I wonder what is the max altitude of this airplane? 41? I'm flying a Virgin 350 to New York. Nice, J-Space. Oh, in 2005, you were on the A340-300 SAS. Wow, 20 years ago, man. Crazy. Time does fly. It is 410, Douglas? V1 is there. Sorry, I was drinking my coffee, guys. I had like 4 hours of sleep last night. CST had a good question. Where was it? Oh, is there such thing as a functional check flight on a 320 after a major maintenance? Yes. So there's a couple different flights, and I think depending on who your operator is, they probably call them different things. But we have acceptance flights. So when you purchase an aircraft, specifically a used aircraft, there are acceptance flights that need to be done where they go through a series of checks. Now, there was an infamous crash of a A320 doing a acceptance check, just kind of a talk about the Swiss cheese lining up. I mean, just the order in which they did a couple of normal maneuvers that they would have been totally fine to test that ended up tripping out the airplane, and they ended up crashing and killed everybody. Very unfortunately, very sad event. That was on I believe it was an acceptance flight, acceptance test flight, 320. But there's acceptance flights. There's a post-maintenance flight. So anytime there's an engine swap, that's the most common one. When there's an engine swap, and actually for my operator, that actually changed. We used to have to take it airborne after an engine swap, but now we don't even have to do that. You can just run it on the ground and do static run-ups and stuff with it now. But again, that's another. So after maintenance, now there are certain maintenance actions that will require a check flight. So after a D, what is the heavy one? The D check. After a D check, it's got to go up, and you got to do a test flight. So there's a handful of different names for them. But yes, there are functional check flights on the 320 series. I think all airplanes have them. And all operators probably have some version of it. After some type of heavy maintenance, they got to do stuff. Just inquiring as I'd like to recreate it for the first flight with my cockpit build. Yeah, that would be really cool, CST. So what I would do is, basically you just need to go test everything on your first flight, and you're going to test all the redundancies, the stabilities and protections of the Airbus. Now, I've done these on check ride prep flights. I think the very first one I did was the A320 prep flight in the Flight Factor a long time ago. I can tell you what you would do. I don't know if you want to write it down, but you would take off, you would do all your normal law stuff, right? Test all the normal overspeed, and slow speed protections, alpha floor, do steep turns in the aircraft, then force it into alternate law, check the alternate stabilities, or alternate protections. Oh my gosh, it's been so long, I'm getting my terms all confused. And then you're going to throw it into direct law by throwing the gear down, fly it around, do a stall, clean it all up, get it back. You're going to do multiple stalls. You're going to do a dirty stall, a clean stall, a turning stall, clean it all up, get everything back, and then go shoot 3 approaches, including an auto land and a single engine. Then after all that, then you do a single engine, go mist, pop an engine, clean it up, come back and do a single engine ILS, make sure it's in parameters. Indie Builds in the house. What's going on, man? How we doing? Enjoying the hair dryers? We are. Indie Builds Ed's good to see you, man. Yeah. I was just saying earlier when we took off, man, I'm having a lot of fun with this airplane. I really am. Just the way it's such a lumbering giant, or it feels like a lumbering giant. It's different. I love the CRT rendition. I was telling the guys, for because we don't have like the light washout when the direct sunlight hits a CRT. But yeah, if you turn the brightness down, I mean, that is a pretty dang good CRT representation. And I love it. It's something different. I'm getting tired of looking at all these fancy glass, flat screen monitors, So it's a welcome addition to my fleet. I'm having a lot of fun with it. And we were actually just doing sound comparisons between A340s on YouTube. And then and honestly, I just thought I thought the airplane was way quieter in the sim, but then we listened to the videos on YouTube and it actually wasn't all that far off. So enjoying it. Some people are enjoying the livery and some people are hating the livery. Got called on reserve to do a post-maintenance flight. Had to initiate a descent right after takeoff. Gave the tower a heart attack. Nice.
Avianca 8406, contact Barranquilla, approach 119.75.
Yeah, well, so I'm going back to reserve next month. So on reserve, that's when you mostly do those weird flights, man. You do post-maintenance flight, or you do ferry flights. I remember I had a ferry one as an FO with the gear down because the nose gear was broken. The tow bar snapped. I guess the tow bar snapped or I don't remember if it snapped or came undone, or somebody set a brake allegedly, and then the tow bar popped off the nose gear, went up into the bay and damaged the gear doors and some linkages, so you couldn't retract the gear. So we had to fly it with the pins in. I had to ferry a couple Neos. Then I had to ferry during 2020. I actually got called to do some ferrying just to park airplanes, because everybody was parking airplanes during COVID. But yeah, the reservists typically get the funky flying. Ferry flights are the best. Show up in jeans and a t-shirt, no monkey suit required. Really? Oh man, that's nice, Turks. No, everything we do has to be in full uniform, which is always. I was like, this kind of sucks. I remember for painting, we used to fly a lot of our airplanes out to Roswell. I think there's a big paint facility there in Roswell, New Mexico. So I was flying airplanes out there to get them painted. You talk about good pre-flight. Taking an airplane out of the paint hangar. There's been there has been multiple incidents and accidents even with airplanes coming out of a paint hangar that have gone awry. So whether you got static ports or ports that are plugged up or taped over, that is a very thorough pre-flight when it comes out of the paint hangar. This livery always reminds me of a fuzzy off-brand fizzy drink. It kind of does, doesn't it? I get what you're saying, for sure. What's the purpose of the extra small ring on the inboard engine cowl? The extra small ring on the inboard engine cowl. Extra small ring. Oh, right here? Is this for... Oh, I see what you're saying. So it doesn't go behind? I don't know. Is that for reinforced for a heating element? I'm not sure. Yeah, because the outboards have standard, unless it's just a patch. Maybe they just modeled a patch on this one. What's the left side look like? Yeah, the left side doesn't have it. So it could just be a patch. Like, here's a patch. This looks like a patch to me. An engine patch right there. Patch the cowlings. A little Band-Aid. Remember, if you're liking the content, make sure you hit the like button. I know I haven't streamed in a while, so it's going to be pretty hard to get back into the algorithms. But tomorrow, Gulf Air. Gulf Air new or Gulf Air old, and we're going to fly to, we're going to try to, I think we're going to do, hold on, I'm going to make a poll. And I'll actually try to listen to this one.
Avianca 030, contact Kingston radar 128.1. Center on 128.1, Avianca 030.
Can we get a 777-300 in a Jackson Hole? All right. This is for tomorrow.
Center, American 21,
Hearing the Spirit Wing calls feels...
350.
Yeah, I hear you, AJ.
American 2173.
I just want to sit in this
Barranquilla
view,
Center
honestly.
identified.
It's such a good view right there. I love that view. 100-mile-an-hour tape? Exactly. Has anyone ever stood on the fence at St. Martin? I don't know about stood, but I know people hang on to the fence line. I'd like to take this into St. Martin. We need some more fictional liveries. The Northwest livery looks awesome, but I didn't have any good routes to fly out of the donut hole facility up there at MSP.
Barranquilla Center, radar contact.
GamerTube HD says the CFM 56-5C, fun fact, this engine routes some of the turbine exhaust around the engine core's way of fire protection. Really? Causes a lot of carbon buildup everywhere on the engine. Very interesting, GamerTube HD. Thanks for the info, man. Love finding out little fun facts like that. I love it. All right, all is good here. How much longer we got? 3:22, not long. I'm tempted to run the sim time forward. I guess we'll just let it go in real time. We'll let it go in real time. No radar down there to worry about.
Jamaica 357 heavy, contact Kingston radar 128.1.
We need some Jamaica retro music, though.
Contact Kingston radar 128.1, Jamaica 357 heavy. Kingston radar, Jamaica 357 heavy, flight level for 10.
Jamaica 357 heavy, Kingston radar identified.
Jamaican Jazz. Oh, yeah. Where's XP72 when you need him, man? He was here earlier. Is he streaming tonight? It's Monday. I want Air Wisconsin for this plane. Air Wisconsin on this? I want U.S. Airways yet. I want U.S. Airways. Turks, I have not heard anything yet, but the last... So in the chat that I'm in, everyone is posting when they're getting calls and their CJO date. So the last day that calls went out, I think, was on Friday, and they were calling 923 CJOs. I'm a 924. So I'm hoping... tomorrow. Nobody posted anything today, so I don't think they made any calls today. But I should be close, Turks. I should be close. And I'm hearing, guys, we're filling up November and the first and second week of December. I'm also hearing there's a third class in December, but not a fourth, which I'm fine with. If I could sneak in before January, I'd be super happy. If I can get a date, I'm just putting in my 2 weeks, man. I'm not going on reserve. I'm going from... This is the crazy thing about this career. So as far as seniority goes, I was a day trip line holding left seat captain, and now I am all the way back down to a commuting reserve captain. It's crazy, man. Like 6-7 years of seniority just goes out the window. This is one wild ride of a career, man. So I'm not too enthusiastic about that. But yeah, Turks, I've been checking my phone every. It's amazing how many spam calls I get when I'm constantly watching my phone. Voted for 777, but 340 Scardu another time would be nice. Yeah. Well, we're definitely going to do it. I kind of want to practice it because I don't want to crash on stream. I just don't know if we could get this airplane in there. That turn. The 777 was hard enough, and that's more nimble than this thing. Right now, the poll is 777 by 10%. Jeremy, no, I was not downgraded. I should have taken the downgrade so I wouldn't have to commute anymore. I'm going to have to commute. But no, I was not forcefully downgraded. I still kept my seat, but I get down to reserve, commute, gross. Captain McGee, off topic, yes, Pan Am livery on this would be amazing. We need a Pan Am livery on this. But is it true Pan Am is returning? It sounds interesting. You know, if I had $1 for every time somebody tried to revive Pan Am, I think I'd have like $6 by now. So it's interesting, Captain McGee, for sure, but I mean, it's not the first time someone has attempted to revive the old Pan Am name. Turks, I like practicing your name on the new member application list for the union and telling him not to play. No, don't. I'm already nervous, man. I gotta go back on probation. Oh no. Joe Costanza made it sound really scary. I watched him on YouTube. Hunt, what's going on, my man? How have you been? Great to see you back on the streams again. I have to say something. Though I recently was able to sit in a 7.3 and 320 cockpit, the Airbus is so much bigger. Hunt, yes, dude. Absolutely. I would post my most favorite meme of all time for the 737, but it's not appropriate, so I'm not going to do it while we're live. But if you just search the Discord, I'm sure you've probably seen it once or twice by now. All-time favorite meme, the 737. But it's interesting, Hunt. So I was on a 7.3 twice. This last week I went on vacation with the family. And each time I got on the airplane, right, I didn't go up and talk to anybody because I was completely incognito. I had my civvy clothes, and we bought tickets, so it wasn't even non-revving. But, man, I looked into that cockpit. Oh, my gosh. I must be getting old because it looks really old now. Like, when I first started flying in the airlines, I was like, 737-3, man. It's not that old. And now, after being on the Airbus for 10 years and seeing all, and then, like, really looking at it as, like, hey, that actually might be what I'll be flying next. Wow. Not only is it just busy, but it is tight. It looks so tight up there, man. Like, how do you... I'm going to have to cut back on the steaks and the Wagyu tallow because, man, it looks tight up there. I might have to stop wearing boots. Can I even fit in the seat? Like, I don't know, man. I guess you'll find out in the sim. What caused you to be reset to commuting and reserve pilot now? Just the way seniority is getting hosed, man. Ooh, that's us. I guess we should start prepping after the song. Full manual discomfort. Runway 12, huh? Is that the normal runway?
Runway 12, Jamaica 357 heavy.
Highball, thank you for the 8 months of support, my man. Appreciate you. Old-fashioned United scheme on a 340. Ooh, that'd be cool, too. You know what else would be cool is, what about, hear me out, what about a Battleship Gray A340? Would that look good, or would that look weird with the 4-engine? Because the Battleship Gray 7.4 is arguably top 3 or top 2 all-time 7.4 liveries. I wonder how it would look like on a 4-engine single level wide body. There's so many good options. We need these livery creators to start cooking. Battleship is mid. Dexel. It's a good way to get banned, dude. Battleship is not mid. Red and white Swiss Air, yep. I feel like 1 or 2 flights a week would be fun in it. If I'm doing multiple flights a day and busy schedule, it would definitely get somewhat annoying after a few months. Oh yes, at Hunt 7.3, absolutely. Texans don't have problems with carbs, they just eat more barbecue. Speaking of, man, I did ribs yesterday, Key 6. Yeah, it's like, I lost my 2 middle children. Or no, my oldest and my second oldest. I don't know how to label them anymore. I was wondering where they were. And they were both downstairs. They're supposed to be getting ready for bed. They're both downstairs eating more ribs. I was like, man, at least they like them. Yeah, my middle daughter, she's super picky. Because everything's picey. Everything's picey to her, but not the ribs.
Jamaica 357 Heavy, Elsa 5, runway 12. Report ready for descent.
All right, I said after that song, we got to go to work, which is now. So we got to go to work. If I can find my radio station, there it is. Man, we should have been jamming the whole time. All right, hold on. At least TCU won. Go Frogs. Hey, Al, what's going on, man? Yes, indeed. All right, where's her?
357 Heavy, Elsa 5,
Okay,
runway
Elsa
12.
5. Hold on, I'm
Report
getting
ready
yelled
for
at. I'm
descent.
getting yelled at here. I got to go to work. Okay, yeah. All right, we'll acknowledge that. And Elsa 5.
Runway 12, call when ready, Jamaica 357
All right,
Heavy.
let's go back. I keep thinking this is Navigraph. This should be the Navigraph logo, right? All right, MKJP 10-9. We'll pin it. 1-2, that's the offset. Okay, so I need to go to approaches. I like how they have them color-coded. All right, Elsa 5. And we'll go to the star. Star, arrival. Which one's arrival?
Jamaica 357 Heavy, descend to 14,000 feet, QNH 1012.
Descend
Sus.
to 14,000 feet, Jamaica 357 Heavy.
All right, down to 14,000. All right, sounds are coming back up. 14,000. We are Bach descent. Elsa 5. Are we coming off of Alpine? So the Aceta is at 5,000. And we're going to be higher than a van full of hippies. Watch this. Make that a hard altitude. Are we too steep path? Yeah, we ain't going to make that. Let's vertical speed 2,500, down we go. 58 from Alpine. No, we're okay. I think we'll be alright, actually. Alright, then we're going to expect the ILS. So let's go to the pinned ones. ILS runway 12. Let's get this in. It's going to be 278 in the perf. Next phase, 278 in the mins down there. I wonder if I can get the ATIS from the McDo. MKJP. Retard, yes. Let's get that. We get our LS push buttons on. LS push buttons on. It says we're below the path. I guess we are. I just didn't know why we're low. Alright, I guess we're further away than I thought we were. Lock it back at 1,700 feet a minute. thought we could get a message through there. I guess not. What's the weather at Kingston for Jamaica 357 Heavy? Interesting.
Jamaica 357 Heavy, Kingston radar, weather at destination is Norman Manley International, winds 265 degrees at 7 knots, temperature 33 degrees, QNH 1012.
Wow, okay, 265 at 7. It's hot down there, jeez. 10, 12. We're starting to get bumped around here. All right, 10, 12, 33, 278. That's all looking good. Yeah, the bumps are starting. Let's get the seatbelt sign on. Start tightening up the cabin. Now, I think it's got us doing this. Looks like a weird circle here. Not quite sure what that's all about. That should be an arc. But I think because of the speed, let's do this. Let's go ACTA. It has us doing 305 knots. We're going to put a speed constraint there of 180 on that. 180 and 5,000. And maybe that'll start slowing us down. Make that look a little bit cleaner when we get up to it. All right. We're back in the arc mode. We're down to 14,000. Seatbelt sign is on. Fuel is 22.5. Yeah, we're getting bumped around now. All right. Is there a way to configure the aircraft to compensate for the offset? Okay, so no, there's not actually. You are supposed to fly the localizer offset. Now, it's important to find that note, because if you don't, when you break out, you're going to be like, what? So, missed approach, right turn, then some hold, offset loc, right there. So the offset loc, that little note, is going to save you a surprise when you get down, especially if you're shooting the approach for real and you break out. You're like, where's the runway? So, offset localizer. You fly the loc and slope just as it's published, and you stay on course. And then once you're visual with the runway environment, not just the approach lights, but the runway environment, then you can go ahead and offset and get straight. Or I should say offset, but you could break from the localizer and get straight and land straight. Now, that's, if you look at the mins, it's actually a little bit higher, 270 feet above the ground. So that's about 70 feet higher than your typical Cat 1 ILS. Just gives you a little extra buffer there, because I guarantee if you fly this down at 270 feet, you break out, it's going to be an exciting 270 feet to the ground. But it's definitely doable. You just want to be aware of it. It's a lot easier when you're aware of it.
Caribbean Airlines for 15, Kingston radar.
All right, I guess we should run some landing perf. We got plenty of runway down there. Sync FMS, sync, compute, stop margin 2758, cool. Looking good. Factored. We got plenty of distance, so we'll select auto brakes low.
American 2622, contact Havana Center 123.
Let's see, we're 30. Are we 30 from ACTA?
Contact Havana Center
I need to be at 5. Why?
American 2622. Bye bye.
I don't trust it. I'm going open descent down to 14,000. I know it says at or above 5, but I feel like we should be closer to 5 than 14,000. So we're gonna hustle down. You flying to Kingston didn't take XP with us? No, he was here for takeoff. I want to see what a United American livery would look like on a 350. That'd be cool. Did you guys see the new? So that's the one I was going to fly today. Was the 777-300 American Centennial livery? Have you guys seen that? Yay, nay. Thing is, the Centennial livery that I downloaded doesn't look... I thought it was supposed to be metal. But it doesn't look livery. Or it doesn't look livery. It doesn't look metal.
Caribbean Airlines 415, Elser 5, runway 12. Report ready for descent.
Elser 5.
So like there's a
runway
couple
12,
different
ready
ones.
for
Like
descent.
this one
Caribbean
looks
Airlines
sweet.
for 15.
Caribbean Airlines for 15, descend to 11,000 feet, QNH 1012.
I guess it's not bare metal.
Descend to 11,000 feet. Caribbean Airlines for 15.
Caribbean Airlines for 15, contact Manly approach 120.6.
Contact Manly approach 120.6.
You guys see these?
Caribbean Airlines for 15.
The Centennial. Now this one. I don't know why you can't see it. Hold on. I mean, that one looks cool, but that's not going to be the one. I think it's going to be this one. This flagship looking livery. But I don't think it's going to be actual bare metal. I think it's painted. So, but that's the one I downloaded. We'll fly that one tomorrow if we do the 777. But I don't know where this one came from, but I think that looks awesome. I don't know whose livery that is. But this is pretty cool. They got the flagship on there. Hey, Turks, are you still here? If you know, you know. If you know, you know. All right. Apparently not. It's going to be the flat gray normal base paint. Oh, okay. It's a flat. Okay, so that's what mine looks like in the sim. So okay, I didn't know if that was realistic or not, but I guess it is realistic. So we'll fly it tomorrow if we fly 777. I know y'all voted for it again, so I guess we'll give up on the 340 for this week. But I have a 2-day crappy trip that starts Thursday that I really don't want to do. Is it Thursday or Friday? I think it's Thursday. No, it's Friday. But it's like an early report, and then I don't get back till midnight on Saturday. It's gross. But yeah, I think we need to get down. I'm gonna hustle down. Speed brakes are coming out. Mickey G, I've been in that DC-3 a couple times. Oh, you have? You and me both, Mickey G. You and me both. How you doing, Mickey G? It's awesome. I actually got some pictures of some bucks up at the property the other day. Are you running the updated 340? I am, DJ Douglas. I am. Not even the expensive fancy gray paint with metal flakes in it? Oh, really? It's just going to be flat gray? No, that gets me less excited. Why are we turning right? We should be turning left.
Jamaica 357 heavy, descend to 4,000 feet,
All right,
QNH 1012.
All right, 4,000 is set.
Descend to 4,000 feet, 1012, Jamaica 357 heavy.
That looks awesome. All right. 4,000 feet and...
Jamaica 357 heavy, contact Manly approach 120.6.
Contact Manly.
Hustle. I gotta turn the radio up a little bit.
Manly, Jamaica 357 heavy, 17,200 feet. We have golf.
Jamaica 357 heavy Manly approach. Good afternoon, QNH 1012. Expect to board me runway 12.
You are DME
QNH
12?
1012.
Okay, so this is where we're just gonna...
12, Jamaica
We're gonna
357
ignore
heavy.
them. We're just gonna fly our own approach here. Now, she obviously did not join the arc here very well. I guess it doesn't help that we're doing 300 knots either. I knew we were high and fast. Just trust your gut, chat. Always trust your gut. Let's go ahead and start trying to slow down and go down. That ought to go well. All right, 210 on the speed. Does this have a half speed brake limiter like the 320? Nope, they came all the way up. So there's half. Yeah, so okay. We got full speed brakes. Cams are out. Here we go. On our descent. Captain Kike, what's up, buddy? How you doing? I got jury duty on Thursday? Ew, that's gross. Doesn't it show a 180 knot constraint? Yeah, it should have been at a CETA. Where? Oh, I had two. Did I have two? I had two ACETAs. Or no? What's going on here? I thought I put that restriction in there. It deleted our restriction. Something got jacked up there. That's all right. We're gonna overcome. Let's go ahead and get the slats out. I only ask because your RMI DMEs don't look right. They fix it so they don't show decimals above 20. They fixed it so they don't show decimals above 20. I downloaded it. So they're not supposed to show decimal above 20? I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure I'm running the latest one because I clicked it. Downloaded and installed it. VREF today, probably going to be pretty slow, to be honest with you. We can go ahead and activate approach. Since
Jamaica 357 Heavy, you're off course. Cleared direct to 300Q. Resume on navigation.
Affirmative. Cleared direct D300Q. Resume on navigation. Jamaica 357 Heavy.
We'll come back to 180 here. Let's do 190. Get us below that flap speed. Rest of our lights on. Yeah, vacation was good, man. It was nice. Actually, she's not gonna want to do that, huh? 220, lower that nose. Come on, baby. Down. Chris Stuper, long time no see, man. How you doing, man? You always remember where your table was in relation to it. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. A version in the EFB settings page. EFB
Manly, American
settings.
1400.
Oh, I guess not. Look,
800 feet.
1.0. I clicked. Maybe I didn't install it all the way.
American 1
Was I supposed to restart?
Manly departure identified. Climb to 17,000.
So I guess this isn't updated.
Climb to 17,000 feet, American 1400.
Maybe I was supposed to restart the sim. That's alright, we're gonna make it work. Riding the boards all the way down. Let's see, we're 13 from there, 4A, 12 miles, it's gonna be tight. I don't know why it has us doing this little left loop-de-queue. Those are Cybug. Cybug's at 28, Kino's at 4. Come on down, baby. Come on down. No plugins, aviation tonic. Everything is default, except this airplane. Everything is default right now, except the airplane. There's the airport out there. At least we're landing with the sun to our back and not in our face. You know you want to do S-turns in this? Well, we may have to. We'll see. I might just let it go out and do this 360 thing here. Again, I'm not sure where it came up with that. Nope, no frame gen. No frame gen either. I actually, when I switched to AMD, I found everything just... Not that it was smoother without frame gen, I just liked the way everything flew and felt with fluid frame off. Now I haven't tried the native frame gen in the sim settings yet, but I'm one of those that if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of guys, and she's pretty buttery smooth right now, so. We're gonna catch up to us. I'm gonna slow all the way back now to 180. It's almost like it wanted to do some sort of procedure turn. Or is it going to turn right? Speed out star. Flaps 2.
Jamaica 357 Heavy, 2 miles from Elsa, turn right, heading 090, maintain for 1,000 feet until established on the final approach course, cleared aboard me runway 12.
Turn right, heading 090, 4,000 feet until established, cleared aboard me runway 12, Jamaica 357 Heavy.
Oh, look at the washout there.
Jamaica 357 Heavy, contact Manley Tower 118.65.
Oak Star.
Over to Tower 118.65, Jamaica 357 Heavy.
Yeah, we caught it. Like
Manley Tower,
professionals.
Jamaica 357 Heavy, aboard me runway 12.
Except we're not on the viewer DME.
Jamaica 357 Heavy, Manley Tower, wind 080 at 9, runway 12, cleared to land.
Runway 12, cleared to land, Jamaica 357 Heavy.
All right, we are clear to land. 12, glide slope star. Go around, altitude is 1,000. No, what? Climbing to 1,000, turn right, intercept arc at 4,000. So we'll set 1 initially. Our altitude set 1,000 feet blue, glide slope. All right. On the offset lope, so we're not quite on the little feeder there. Look at that wing view. Recording is ready to go. Thank you, Logo Lights. We'll get down here a little bit lower, then we'll start it. How bad is the commute you've been forced into? Is it more than 3 hours? Yeah, it's like the commute. Yeah, it's well, it depends. 2.5, 3 hour flight, yeah. But I haven't had to do it yet. It starts in November. .343 gives me classic jet vibes. Yeah, same, Zippy. I think that's why.
2,500.
I think that's why I'm liking it, Zippy. Because I don't know if it's because an American. We never, as an American, not a lot of people, if anybody, flew the A340-300. So it's kind of like a oddball airplane. But I'm finding myself enjoying it a lot more than I anticipated. And I think you hit the nail on the head. I think that's why. All right, recording is on. Let's go ahead and manage speed. Gear down. Autopilot off. Gear down. Nope.
$2,000.
Flaps 3. Hold it a crosswind from the left. And let's go full flaps landing checklist. Oh, it's bumpy out here, man. Look at that. Alright, landing checklist. Cabin crew is advised. Auto thrust is speed. Auto brakes low. ECAM memo. Landing signs blue. Landing
Manly
check is
Tower,
complete.
Caribbean
I'm going to
Airlines
offset
for
actually, so
15.
let's
Board
go ahead
me
and just turn the
runway
flight director
12.
off. No sense to go back and chase it. Bird is on.
Caribbean Airlines for 15 Manly Tower. Continue.
Roger,
I'm gonna
Caribbean
set
Airlines
runway
for
heading
15.
about 120. The localizer's offset, so we'll just do our own little approach here. See, now if you were still IMC, you could see where that breakout, you'd have to, if you weren't ready for it, you'd be like, what is going on here? If I had $1 for every time I broke out on this airport and was surprised by the offset loc, I'd have $1. You only forget it one time. Now, because you're offset, the slope is going to be a little bit off, but actually, it looks like it's pretty close, about a half dot off. It's about right. Now, as you get closer here, it's going to sync up. But we got 2 whites, 2 reds. We're on to Pappy. Landing checklist is complete. Recording is on. Let's get a butter. Check, close, hold, attitude butters. All right.
500.
Ooh. Little wind shifter there.
400.
Ground speed mini is working. Look at that. A little bit high, correct.
300.
There we go, bring it down.
Minimum 200.
Default scenery, I know, sorry. The runway looks good, the terminal is not.
100. 90. 80. 70. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard.
Ooh. Spoilers. Reverse screen. D-cell. Manual brakes. $70 knots.
Jamaica 357 Heavy. Exit left at Echo.
Exit left at Echo, Jamaica 357 Heavy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to taxi lights.
Caribbean Airlines for 1080 at 9er. Runway 12, clear to land.
Runway 12, clear to land. Caribbean Airlines for 15.
I want to go park next to Copa.
Jamaica 357 Heavy. Contact ground 121.7.
Or who's that? Ooh, Amerijet.
121.7, Jamaica.
Let's go park next to
357 Heavy.
Amerijet.
Bye-bye.
No, there's no real spot. We're going to go park right in here. We're not going to contact ground. We're just going to park right over here. All right, we're going to clean it up. Boom, boom. See, that brightness level is pretty good. Turn your brightness down to like the 10 o'clock position on the PFD for real world CRT brightness. Because it's just enough where it wants you to turn it up, but you can't turn it up. It's real life right there. This gate's got jet bridges in it. I guess we'll take this one there. Turn it off to complete. Turn it to complete off to simulate Phoenix sunset operations. That's funny. Yes. Gosh, I like this airplane, guys. We took off from SKCG, Diego. This is default MKJP. Well, I'm going to have to come a little bit this way because of the jet bridge. Ow. Brakes are set. APU is avail. What's that King Air over there? All-white King Air? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jamaica. All right. I'm not going to deplane. Probably should have, though, since we shut the engines off. So we're going to stop the recording. But I think we tested this. I think we said that the airplane works good in replay mode. So let's go back to full screen cam. Let's see what our landing rate was first. We'll end our flight in Volanta. We'll take a look at the stats. Okay. Got a landing rate there. And if you look at our flight tracker cam, I'll bring up the map. And you can see that we had actually a pretty good approach. Yeah, we overshot the arc there. I don't know what was going on with my FMS. I may have programmed something wrong or had a double fix in there or something, but we actually didn't even overshoot. We captured it just fine. We got the last minute vector. 207 foot per minute, allegedly. Winds were 070 at 10 knots, 1.1 G. So, let's go ahead and disconnect from Beyond ATC. And let's close Volanta. And let's do a replay. Let's turn the sim sounds down because it's going to be loud. All right. Let me turn these back on. This back into full. Turn the parking brake off. I'm going to let everything load. Why am I not having any engines? All engine failure. Is that the sound of the rat? It sounds like the rat is out. Is there a rat on the 340? Does that not sound like a rat is out? It sounds like a rat is out. That's crazy. All engine flame out. Yeah, the rat is out at 5,600 RPM. That's what that is. Now, I don't think there's a visual model for the rat. At least I can't see one. But the rat is out right now. At 5,600 RPM, if you bring up the electrical, I bet we'll see it. No. Electrical AC.
500.
APU gen. I'm not sure. We don't have a rat.
400.
Why can't I get the engines to spool up here?
300.
I think they're spooling now. There's no visual. There is a visual. It's on the right wing. I mean, I can hear it. Oh, it's on the right wing. I don't see it though. Oh, because we're in replay. Oh, here's our landing. Oh, hold on. We gotta fix this. We gotta get the replay up because that. I gotta get the engines running here. Hold on. Here we go. Now we're starting the engines. That was a really good landing. Alright, come on. There we go. 1 and 2. You can't start all 4. Alright, well that's good. That seems realistic. I'm glad it won't let you start 4 at the same time. Turk, I think there are. But let me wind it back. Let's get the camera positioned. They're spooling up now. They're spooling up. This is why I never shut down engines. There's no point to shut down engines, in my opinion.
2,000.
Alright, there we go. Now we got them all. Pause it, run it forward.
1,500.
Resume. That's not annoying.
300.
Make it a little bit more juicy out there. Now we're going to be stuck with the rat sounds. Huh. I feel like I'm watching a boomer work a VCR player. Ah, we got it, man. We got it. No spoilers. There we go. Now we're going to be stuck with the rat noise. Ah. I want to see the touchdown right here. I just closed the replay. No, I didn't. Let's reset this. Golly, I'm rusty on this. Reset. Turn you off. Turn you on. Rat noise is funny. Oh, I thought you were speaking, Turk. I gotta get the replay cam just right. Golly. I want some flowers, but not a lot of flowers. I guess that's good enough. Alright. Oof. I like it. Now hold on. Is there maintenance? Stow rat. Stow rat. Alright, let's try again. Nope. Because I don't know. I think it just got glitched in replay. That's alright. It got glitched in replay. But we'll leave it as is. If I keep messing with it, I'll get frustrated. So here we go. Sales coming up. Wrong side in the house. What's up, man? Yellow from 300. Continuous flight chop over the east frontal, heading back to Salt Lake, then Jacksonville for my interview in Atlanta. Oh, man. Left hand is heavier now. Wrong side. Congrats, dude, on getting married. Very awesome, my man. Congratulations. Enjoy the ride. I can't believe you had to do that in the middle of your wedding and honeymoon. That's wild, man. But hope you have a smooth flight, no delays. I'm going to end this one here with a nice long replay of the 340-300 with the rat sounds coming into Kingston. You guys enjoy this. We'll be back tomorrow. This one was to knock the rust off. Just had to knock the rust off on this stream. I like this airplane. I don't know why. I like it. I like it a lot. We might still do Skardu tomorrow. We'll see. All right, but I got some things to catch up on. It's 3:30, and thank you all for sticking around. Thank you for the super chats, the bank angle checks. Thank you for hitting the like button and just being here on a Monday after a little sabbatical for the stream. So I'll catch you on the next one. Y'all stay safe, stay healthy. I'm V1. See ya. Is worth it right there. Look at that. Ooh.
$300.